So, President Kufuor has acknowledged that 60 years after Ghana's independence, majority of Ghanaians are still poor. So, what exactly must have been contributed to Ghana's slow pace of economic progress? Adedokan Tamaklo is a senior citizen and he's joined me in studio. It's great to have you and good evening to you. Happy anniversary to you.
Happy anniversary as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that you'll share in the opinion of many that we could have done better than where we are now.
Yes, definitely. We should have done much better. Having seen the independence from the village. I was not in Accra, nor was I in Kumasi. I witnessed independence in Abo in Volta region. Yeah.
How was the mood at the time? And the reaction
to... It was very ecstatic, even though the family I come from was not for the independence Nkrumah was pushing. The Nyaho Tamaklo family was opposed to independence, driving the white man away.
Why exactly?
Yeah, you know, but my father said so at the time, 1956 elections, that they won, CPP won fair and square 1951. They won 1954, and then we said deliberately that the independence that Nkrumah was to get, he should not send the white man away. So Nkrumah agreed to have a white governor, just like Canada, Australia, and others. And so he didn't find anything wrong with Ghana getting independence, you know. But what happened was 1957, the motion of destiny speech of Kwame Nkrumah, you know, in leading the delegation from the USA was then Vice President Nixon.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was impressed by Bussia's response. Right. And so when he went back, he told the American government, who until that time was backing Kwame Nkrumah, you know, he trained in America.
Yes. Over the period.
Who until that time was backing him, that they should rather back the opposition, which was okay with us, you know, because our Tamaklo family say, Americans too have seen that. And I don't know how, but he named one of his sons after the president of the USA. I think a son born in 1862. So I know that he might have been in collusion with some people who are Americans. So that is how it went. And because of that, our trading programs changed, our financing programs changed, you know, and up till today, if you own property, you are not sure of it. Lands Commission, they will swindle you.
Well, you know,
and because of the private enterprise.
I can understand the problems you have with the system, but I know that there's been an effort over the period to try and, you know, change things and address issues. The Land Administration Project 1 and 2 is ongoing to ensure that there's proper land title system to address all these things that you're talking about. At independence, you were there, you witnessed the whole process down to now 60 years on. We heard a lot of promise. At what point did we just depart from that road?
I'm saying that, you know, Ghana is the only country I know of, maybe there are others, but that we buy rice, for example, $1,000. Rice which is produced around $100. Yeah. And if you bring that rice down, even at $100, the customs won't approve it. So yes, and you know, we also mix up things. We mix up, for example, taxation. We don't know which taxes are for companies and which are for individuals. For example, we think VAT is a company tax. VAT is you and I our tax.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's...
And companies collect this VAT and keep it instead of paying to the government. In fact, to give it to the government, they lend it to the government as treasury bills.
So at the time,
we have a lot of challenges.
We do.
And we have to address those ones seriously.
And clearly, because you've witnessed the time past and what exists now, I'd like us to give a clear dichotomy between the two.
Well, as I said, I witnessed independence as a villager, and our main this thing was we had some plastic cups, and then we had things fired in the air, and then I came to Accra, 1961 first, and then 1964 to stay. Now, so from my standpoint, I'm a private business guy, but when I came to Accra, 1966 coup, we supported 1966 coup.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we found.
And what was your reason for supporting this?
Oh yeah, because 1965, 64, you go to sports stadium before you buy milk. And at the time, I didn't understand that a country can be brought to its knees in that kind of shape and form. So it was after the 66 coup that I became an Nkrumahist. I became
after you contributed to the overthrow of Nkrumah, you now became an Nkrumahist.
The whole team.
At that point, is it that you didn't understand what you were doing in contributing to the overthrow of Nkrumah? So afterwards, the scales fell off your eyes.
In fact, if you look at what people say today, our history is not properly defined properly. Your other guest was saying properly taught, but that one, I think that the problem is history department of University of Ghana.
We'll have to. But there's hope for the future, the way ahead.
Yeah.
Great. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Tamaklo, for your time.
All right.
And I'm grateful. Happy anniversary to you.
Oh, same to
great
you.
to have you. Thank you so much.
All right.
He's a senior citizen. He saw it all, and a living being to tell us the story of independence over the past 60 years after independence. Clearly, there's a lot to be happy about. There's a lot to also reflect about, and how we have to chart the path of our forward movement as a country 60 years on. And that's exactly the focus here on News 360.